كنا جايين من كل مكان للصويرة زينة البلدان نزورو ونرجع فرحان كالضبيل وللهيل ولا حوض السبيح وثوم حيلة نضربو شوفار هاد الليلة.
ديستفاترا فوريفوا شما روت ماتيل باتراحيل بيليش ماتيما مازال مازال بات محسن حال نشمات مازال بات حبيبة شي نشمتان بقرايدين. And the parasha of this week, Parashat Pinchas, in this parasha we see Hashem, he said to Moshe Rabbeinu, before you pass away, before you die, I want you to have a revenge for the Midianim, for what they did to the Jews. As you know, the Midianim, with Bil'am, they give an advice to Balak, and they told him, you know, Hashem, he don't like when people, they do sins with women. So, of course, the only way that they have the permission to do when they get married, that everything is being done with Kiddusha. But when things have been done with the Tum'ah, Hashem doesn't like that. And Bil'am HaRasha, when he saw the Bnei Israel, the way they were living, the Shlom Bayit, they live according to the Torah mitzvot, study Torah, keeping Taharat HaMishpacha, Kashrut. He said, Ma tuvo alecha Yaakov, bishkitnotecha Israel. He admitted that the Jewish people, they are very, very correct. They live really correctly. They don't behave. They don't act like I don't know, like everything is under control. I mean, when a man respects Nida, that means he's not just a woman. I mean, there is a time that he has to stop. A man that the Torah gives us the ability to control ourselves, even food. There is a Gemara who said that when you eat too much, the more you eat, the more you will suffer up there. It doesn't mean what? I will not eat. Yes, you can eat, but you don't need to eat what you don't need to eat. You don't, even if it's kosher. Control yourself. These people, they drink, and then they become strange. They become like pig. They are not like animals. Even food you can eat, but there is a limit. The Ramban said, "Kaddish atzmach b'mot halach." If you want to be a holy man, you want to be a tzaddik, you can only if you know how to control yourself. When you have to get angry, when you have to talk lashon hara, shut your mouth. When you have to eat, you should eat what you can eat. Today, people, there is a lot of weddings today, a lot of saudot. Just they drink with just food to drink. Just they want to become drunk. Why? It's not healthy. It's no good. Why to do that? What the reason? Which halakha permits you to drink as an animal? Why? Drink l'chaim. That's it. Just drink for the fun. Eat for the fun. Spend money for the fun. Don't think. Yes, the Rambam said, if you want to be a tzaddik and your brachot, that your prayers, you will be connected to Hashem, kadesh atzmach b'motala. What is permitted to you, like it's permitted to eat kosher food. Okay, so eat with control. You don't need to eat as an animal. Eat. You know, the lions, they eat till they, even that they're not starving, but they eat. Then after they cannot move. Why you have to be like that? You don't need to be like that. So Rabotai, this is the Kedusha of Am Yisrael. That's what Bil'am HaRasha, he saw, Ma tuvu ohalecha Yaakov. He saw the Jewish people the way they live. They live with Kedusha. We live with Hashem. They live by controlling themselves. When the woman she's nida. You know, a man told me one day, why if she's nida you are not allowed to? I said, well, the Torah, Hashem has a reason, but beside this, there is a reason. You have to control yourself. You might not be only after women all the time. No, there is a time, even if it's your wife, and your wife she's permitted to you, so you have to control yourself. You know, there was a big tzaddik in Bnei Brak, he passed away, and nobody knows about him. And the wife, she went to the Rabbanim, I forgot the names, and she told him, my husband is a big tzaddik, and they're going to bury him today like a dog. He's a big tzaddik. So the rabbis told her, who is your husband? So when she said the name, they don't know him. He's not known. And besides it, he not had a beard, a big beard. That means he was not a big rabbi, big tzaddik. So she told them, we came from Russia 10 years ago. And we were in Siberia for 40 years. Because one day, they catch me going to the mikveh. So they sent us to Siberia. And for 40 years, he did not touch me. 40 years. Because there was no mikveh, he did not touch me. The rabbis, when they heard that, quickly they put their head on their head, and they made an announce that everybody should go to the levaya of this tzaddik. You know, who is the tzaddik? He's a gibor, hakovesh et yitzro. This is the gibor. Who is the strongest man? The one who has how to control himself. Hakovesh et yitzro. That's what the Gemara said. Tzaddikim, yitzram biyadam. The tzaddikim, the yitzhara is in their hand. It's in their hand. Why? Because they control the yitzhara. They don't let the yitzhara to control them. They control the yitzhara everything. You know the yitzhara, the Gemara said, the Gaon Mevina as well, he said that. The Gaon Mevina, some of the rabbis said, that the yitzhara is very, very clever. He will not come to me and to tell me, David, go and eat starif. Eat a sandwich. He will not tell me that. But how he can push me? He will push me to do things that I'm allowed to do. Like eat, drink, eat. It's kosher, eat. And the Yitzhara knows, by drinking too much, and by eating too much, I will start to say silly things. You understand? I mean, the Yitzhara is very, very clever. He knows that he cannot push me to do avera. But he can push me to do like something that I'm permitted to do it, and then at the end he will push me to do something bad. That's what Bil'am HaRasha is. Bil'am HaRasha is matuvo alecha. He saw the life of the Jewish life. Tov. It's a beautiful life, a life of kedusha, a life of happiness, a life of control. Understand? A life of control. I mean, to control your anger, control your lashon hara, to control your tongue, you to control your behaviors, you control your mind, you to control your foot, what you want to do. You control yourself. That's what matuvo alecha mishkenotecha Israel. Mishkenotecha, that means Bil'am, he saw two things about the Jewish people. You know what he saw? He saw how a Jew can control himself, but he saw how the Jewish people live in their house. Because you don't know what I'm doing in my house. You know what I'm doing here in front of you. Maybe in front of you think I am a tzaddik, but in my house I can be a big rasha. In my house nobody see me. Nobody see me. I can do anything I want. But Bilam, he saw the contrary. He saw how the Jewish people, they behave outside the house. And he saw how they behave outside the house and in the house. That's what Bilam HaRasha, he went crazy when he saw that. He saw this kind of Jewish life, that not to be hypocrite, not to be two people, one from the outside and one on the inside. I mean, you know why one day I said to somebody, the reason why we have mezuzah in the house, why we have mezuzah? In our body we have 4 mezuzot. We have the talit. So the talit is the mezuzah to protect your body when you are in the street, wherever you are. But in the house, you have a mezuzah to remind you, hey, I'm here. The name of Hashem. Hey, I'm here. I'm looking at you. You know the mezuzah where it's located, the mezuzah? Outside the door. Not inside the door. Not inside the room. Why? Hashem wants to tell you, even that your room is closed, and my name is outside, I know what's going on inside. So, watch out. Be careful. I'm looking. I see. That's what Bilam HaRasha is. That's what Bilam HaRasha. My friend, after all this, now we understand why in the parasha of this week Hashem is saying to Moshe Rabbeinu, Moshe, before you pass away, you have to avenge the 22,000 Jews who died because of Bilam and because of Balak. You have to avenge them. So I would like to finish by just asking you a question. Why Hashem did not ask Moshe Rabbeinu to avenge the Jews from Bilam? It's Bilam who gave the idea. It's Bilam. It's Bilam who gave the idea. He told Balak, you want to that Hashem punish the Jews not only today, forever, because don't forget that the znut, the idea of the znut that was given by Bilam. If Bilam would not give that idea a few thousand years ago, 3,000 years ago, maybe today there will be a big tzara of the znut. And according to the Zohar, according to a lot of holy books, that Moshe Rabbeinu alav shalom, he was buried in front of Peor, in front of the Avodah of Peor. You know why? According to some big tzaddikim, they said it's because he was buried there to reduce the znut, the ta'ava, the envy of the znut that Bilam and Balak they have built. What the znut that we have today, or this kind of like Hashem Yishmor znut, it's only 1% of what was left. Just imagine if Moshe Rabbeinu alav shalom would not avenge Bilam, and he would not fight the Midianim, the Midianim, the tzar of the znut will be so strong, very, very strong. Now we have only a little bit left. And that little bit left, look how much strong it is today. And the internet, the iPhone, everywhere. Today the people talk only about that. Even people talk only about znut, about, comment on dit znut? Huh? Znut. No, you understand? So now my question is, why Hashem he did not say to Moshe Rabbeinu, Moshe, avenge the Jewish people from Bilam? It's Bilam who give the idea of this znut, that the people can go with goyot, with women, and why the Midianim? You know, Rabotai, I wanted to tell you that Hashem is fantastic. Hashem is Hashem, you know that Moshe Rabbeinu, he will not, anyway, you know the Gemara said that Moshe Rabbeinu, he didn't want to fight the Midianim. Why? Because Moshe Rabbeinu, he was brought up in Midian, And the Midianim, they give him Tzipora. Tzipora, she was from Midian. And he has Hakarat Hatov. I mean, here you understand what it is Hakarat Hatov. I mean, Moshe Rabbeinu alav shalom, he did not fight. He sent Pinchas to fight him, but not himself. Because Moshe Rabbeinu was a big fighter. Don't forget, he killed Og. He fighted Og. He fighted Sihon. He was a big fighter, Moshe Rabbeinu. But he did not fight the Midianim because of Hakarat Hatov. Because he was eating there, he met Tzipora there. So he said, how can I do that? So he sent Pinchas to fight the Midianim. But Hashem did not tell him to fight Bilam. You know why? Because Bilam HaRasha at that time, he was equal to Moshe Rabbeinu. He was a big prophet. Hashem didn't want that people will say that now there is because of the competition that they had between them, Moshe and Bilam, so now Moshe Rabbeinu is going to fight Bilam. No, Moshe Rabbeinu, alav shalom, he was a big tzaddik, and Bilam was a big rasha. So Hashem, he did not mention Bilam. Because at that moment, after that Bilam, he gives that bad idea to, even that he knows that the Bnei Yisrael are tzaddikim, even himself he said, Matu bo alecha Yaakov, Mishkenotcha Yisrael, now he changed his mind. He saw the emet. He saw the emet, now he changed his mind, and he gave a bad idea. The contrary what he said to Balak, so that the Bnei Yisrael will act like animals. So HaKadosh Baruch Hu, he did not consider him anymore. He didn't even say to Moshe Rabbeinu, fight Bilam, for two reasons. Because for Hashem, from now on, Bilam is nothing. See, there is nothing to give him any kavod, any compliment, go and fight him. And besides this, so that people will not say that fight was a fight of competitions, that who want to show who is the big prophet, who's the winner. So that's why Hashem, he did not mention Bilam, and he did not mention to Moshe to fight Bilam. Rabotai, we need one thing, refuah. Refuah HaNefesh, refuah HaGuf, refuah HaNeshama. People think only refuah that means health. No, Rabotai. Refuah HaNefesh. We need refuah from our averot. Refuah for the guf, to have good thoughts, to have Yirat Shamayim, really Yirat Shamayim. Refuah to pray when you pray to HaKadosh Baruch Hu, to be really connected to Hashem. This is refuah, Be'emet, this is refuah. The rest, you don't take it with you. Rabotai, I wish you bracha v'atzlacha. We would like to wish Mazal Tov to Esther Ben-Amu, and for the wedding of her daughter last night. I would like to wish the Chatan, the Kala, bracha v'atzlacha, and we would like to wish to Avi Dan for all his efforts, the sacrifice that he do for this place. And of course, I am very proud of Rav Bitton that he leave Likud every morning at 4 o'clock to be here to give the shiur, to stay here till 11 o'clock. So anyone who wants to see Torah is available. And to all of you here, may HaKadosh Baruch Hu give you bracha v'atzlacha. And we wish refuah shlema to Ruth Martin Bat Rachel. She's the wife of the chief rabbi of Venezuela, Rav Cohen, שהקדוש ברוך הוא ישלח לה רפואה שלמה מן Gaza.